Hello everyone, my name is Jared and welcome to the Anime Ashtray. Well, here it is, my 100 subscriber Q&A video. I actually got a lot more questions than I thought I would, and that is fantastic. But I warn you, I am going to answer every single one of them, so this might turn out to be a little bit of a long video. Also want to apologize in advance if I screw up any of your names. I am terrible at pronouncing names, especially if they're kind of weird, as well as I'm not used to talking this much, so I'm probably going to have to take a sip of water every now and then, or my throat is probably going to implode on itself. Anyway, enough of me rambling. This is going to be a long enough video as it is. Let's get into the questions. I have them right here on my screen, so if you see me looking down, that's because, I don't do that fancy editing thing, so I'm just going to read them off my screen. Okay. First comment by Harold Louder. Hope I got your last name right. Do I like I Am a Hero, and am I saddened or happy to learn that it is ending in 7 chapters? I have not read it yet. It's on my list to read. It looks incredible, so I'm definitely going to pick it up at some point in the future. I'm not sad that it's going to be ending in 7 chapters. I prefer shorter manga, so yeah. It doesn't excite me, but I'm glad that it's going to be a shorter series that's a little more concise, and yeah, that's what I like about that. Great question. That was the first question I got too. That was a good one. All right, next one comes from Lotus, one of my original subscribers. He's got a couple here for me. Let's see. Question 1. Who is your favorite character in anime and manga? It's so hard for me to do favorites. Manga, I got Berserk. No particular order, but of course I got, from Berserk we got Guts. Who doesn't love Guts? I like Thorfinn and Askeladd from Vinland Saga. I really like. For anime, we got Vashta Stampede. We got Spike Spiegel. The characters from Samurai Champloo. So yeah, I got a lot of favorites. I don't consider any of them to be better or worse than the other, but I got a lot that I enjoy. Second question from him: favorite soundtrack? Again, so hard for me to choose favorites. If I had to choose an absolute favorite that I listen to a lot, it's the Samurai Champloo soundtrack. You cannot go wrong with Najubis. He's freaking incredible. May he rest in peace. What him and Fat John did for I don't know if they made that music especially for Samurai Champloo, or not, but it worked perfectly. I like Fooly Cooly, of course. Just a second. Fooly Cooly, of course. The Pillows. Can't go wrong with the Pillows. We got the Pearls. They did a little bit for Welcome to the NHK. I like their stuff. Favorite soundtrack, we got Cowboy Bebop, which is great, and Trigun, which is great. But definitely, if I had to pick a favorite, it would be Samurai Champloo, for sure. Favorite opening and ending? You and your favorites. I think for opening, it's probably... I don't watch a lot of anime, so this is the problem. Opening would probably be Tank from Cowboy Bebop. Everybody loves that. Ending credit music. Fooly Cooly. Once again, you can't go wrong with the Pillows, and I'm not just saying this because I know you're a fan of Fooly Cooly, but the most relatable manga I have ever read. I'm going to have to go with, out of the collection that I have now, probably, The Silent Voice. I was kind of a dick when I was younger. I was really mean to a lot of people, and and as I got older, I started feeling really bad about it, and starting to try to make amends for it all. So yeah, I'm definitely going to go with silent voice. But I don't own all that much manga, so I'll probably change in the future. Thanks for the questions, though, Lotus. Those were great. Next, we have GD Manga. What is your least favorite manga character? My least favorite manga character. Oof. That's a hard one, too. I really don't like... Wow. Trying to think of all the manga I have over there. If there's a character in any of it that I don't like. I wasn't a fan. I forget his name at this point, but it was so long since I've read the series. But in Welcome to the NHK, Sato's neighbor. He's a main character. I should totally remember his name, but I don't. It's failing me at the moment. But I didn't really like him. I thought he was kind of... He wasn't really shoehorned into it, but he probably could have been left out, and it would have been okay. But yeah. Thanks for the question, GD Manga. All right, next we have... Let's see here. Manga Madness. Who's your favorite antagonist in manga? What is the series you're looking forward to reading the most? Favorite antagonist? Probably Askeladd in Vinland Saga. Everybody knows I love Vinland Saga. He was a great villain who wasn't really that bad of a guy, to be honest. I mean, he was kind of... He did some bad things, but he wasn't your stereotypical villain. You didn't hate the guy. So that's what I liked about him. Series you're looking forward to reading most? Definitely looking forward to finishing up Vinland Saga whenever it ends up ending. I know the next book 9 comes out in the summertime sometime. Right now, out of all the manga I have that I haven't read yet, I think Goodnight Pun Pun is probably what I'm looking forward to reading the most. All right, it's that Nat. That's the next question. If you could only have read one manga series for the rest of your life, what would it be? Vinland Saga. Vinland Saga, or I know I'm only supposed to choose one, but I would probably smuggle this one in my body somewhere. That's right, in my body. Kind of weird. A Silent Voice. Those are my two like favorite manga ever. So that would be it. 2 Cent Penny asks, hey, non-manga questions. All right. Question 1, do you have any pets? If so, what are they? I have 2 dogs. A Dachshund wiener dog named Ajax and a rat terrier chihuahua mix named Loki. I didn't choose either one of them. They kind of came into my life. Loki just showed up on my porch one day. I went to leave, and then I found Ajax when I was living in Missouri for about a year and a half. Neither one of them live with me. My apartment charges an extra $100 or so per month per animal, so screw that. I love them to death, but no, I'm not paying an extra $200 a month for these little shits that run around in my apartment and tear things up. So they live with my mom. I go over there and see them all the time, though. Question 2 from 2 Cent Penny. What are some of your favorite hobbies? Other than manga and anime, I enjoy writing. I enjoy playing video games. But my number one hobby, other than manga, would be tabletop role-playing games. I'm a huge nerd when it comes to like Dungeons and Dragons and stuff like that, board games. I absolutely love it. Thank you very much for your questions. They were non-manga related. I love that. I have a few in here that are like that. But kid named Jack, another one of my great subscribers. And this question is, if you had to choose, what long-running shonen series do you think you'd most likely gravitate towards and collect? That is an awesome question. I've actually been thinking about this a lot. It will probably never happen because I have absolutely zero space for that many volumes of one manga series. But it would probably be either One Piece or Fairy Tail. I like Fairy Tail because it's kind of, your classic fantasy and stuff. And One Piece, the art style intrigues me, and it's about pirates. And who doesn't love pirates? Thanks for your question. I really like that one. Apollo Gray asks, what do I do for a living? Do I have a trade? For as the trade part, I was going to a trade school for um, computer networking, basically being IT for a little while, but school's not for me. It's just not how I learn, so I stopped doing that. And that's for my current job. I am a cook. I make food in the kitchen, and it's not very fun. If it wasn't for the people I work with, I enjoy the majority of the people I work with. They really make the job worth working. If it wasn't for them, I would not be there anymore. But I won't be there for much longer because I am moving in April to Oregon, which is like 2,000 miles away. So yeah, good stuff. Thanks for your question. Oh well, no, we have more. My bad. He has 4 questions for me. Ooh, wow. Question number 2. What anime, manga, magazine, or movie made you want to begin collecting? Welcome to the NHK was my first manga that I bought that I freaking loved. So that's the one that made me want to start collecting manga. My first ever anime I bought was Escaflowne, and that's what got me into like the mecha kind of stuff. So that's what made me want to collect anime, which I won't ever have that much anime. But yeah, that was a good question too. Question number 3. If you could own an out-of-print series, which series and why? Ooh, out-of-print series. Is Kingdom considered out-of-print? Because I like Kingdom. Let's see. Welcome to the NHK was out-of-print. I was very lucky to find copies of that. I would love to get copies that are a little bit in more decent shape, but that's never going to happen. Volumes 1 through 7 are pretty cheap, but volume 8 is freaking expensive for some reason. If Kingdom's out of print, then yes. Kingdom. I know they're reprinting Blade of the Immortal slowly. Yeah, I don't really know. Berserk. If I could just get Berserk that had freaking spine continuity, I would love that. Damn it. I'm going to go with Berserk. That volume 12 reprint that I have, the fact that its spine is different than all the other 11 volumes I have is driving me insane. But whatever. Question number 3. If you could own... Oh, that already did that. Oops. And lastly, which manga, if any, do you enjoy the least/hate? Ooh, I don't hate any of my manga. Let's get that out there. Out of all the manga, I probably enjoy, to be honest with you, I mean, I enjoy them all, but if I had to choose one, it'd probably be The Heroic Legend of Arslan. I'm just not getting into it for some reason. It's nothing to hate. It's not clicking with me. So I'm going to go with that one. Thanks for your questions, Apollo. They were awesome. Next up, we got Zaki. Favorite genre of music? Metal. I listen to a lot of classic, nowadays it's considered classic thrash metal. You got, Slayer, Metallica, Sepultura, Megadeth, Iron Maiden, Anthrax, that kind of stuff. I love me some metal, thrash metal. I like death metal and folk metal as well. A lot of bands from Scandinavia, they have like Viking themes and use a lot of folky instruments. Amon Amarth is a good Viking death metal band. There's a band from, I think they're either German or Belgium, called Heidvok. They're a ancient German themed band where they talk about a lot about Romans and the Germanic tribes of that period. I like that kind of stuff. And then I got I like some chill music, like I don't really chill hop, I guess. The stuff Nujabes did, a little bit of hip hop, that kind of stuff. I like a lot of things, a lot of soundtracks, orchestral music, that kind of stuff. Basically, the only thing I don't listen to is rap, like I don't know, gangsta rap. I don't know if that's what it's called, but about shooting people and picking up women and doing drugs. Doesn't relate to me. And then country. I like Johnny Cash, but that's about it. No, I'm drinking a lot, but just talking this much is killing my voice. I love you guys. Manga Hoarder, by the way, welcome to my channel. You're one of my new subscribers. I've been watching your videos for quite a while. You have a very impressive collection. No offense, but I never want that much manga, ever. Well, thank you for your questions. Let's see here. I'm going to answer them both, by the way. What was the very first manga I ever read was a random volume of Samurai Deeper Kyo. and I hated it. Still really don't like that series very much. I'm really glad that I eventually started reading other stuff, because if I would have just stopped reading after that volume, I probably would have never gotten into it. I don't know what it was about it, but it was just bad. Volume 2, have I had it? Or Volume 2. I got manga in my mind. Question 2. Have you ever read any shoujo manga? Yes. I know you just watched my manga tag video, but I want to answer it here too. Yes. My Love Story. It's great. I'm loving it. I have, how many volumes do I have? I have 5 volumes, and I'm going to get the rest because it's awesome. Chocolate Tea asks, what is your thought about JoJo? It looks weird. The animation and the art is just freaking weird, and I don't understand why they wear the stuff that they wear. It kind of intrigues me. I will eventually probably read it, but right now it just looks so weird. I don't understand. I know it's super popular, but yeah, I'll get around to it eventually, but it's not very high on my list. Azio asks, how many questions you got for me? 5 questions, and they're all Vinland Saga related. I like that. Question 1, do you think the current Thorfinn is stronger than his father? Yes. 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 Do you prefer Violent Thorfinn or the current Thorfinn more? Current Thorfinn. Violent Thorfinn was cool, but he was pretty stereotypical. You know, the whole bent on revenge, and the revenge is his driving factor. That the character development that he goes through in book 5 is the best I have ever seen in any manga ever, character development wise, and it's just fantastic. You cannot help but love the man that he's turned into. Favorite Vinland Saga volume cover? Oh, that's a tough one. I like, oh jeez, I like volume 1 a lot. That's kind of what hooked me on the series. I thought that looked really cool. The classic Thorfinn pose, you know, him standing there with his 2 daggers in his hands. That's great. And I really like 7 as well, with the chains breaking and with him holding that woman. That's really good too. Favorite Vinland Saga volume, content-wise? Probably 5. Book 5. I don't remember which volumes are in there, but that's the one with the whole slave arc and stuff like that. Real good stuff. Don't want to say it a lot. I don't want to say much more because I know not everybody's read that far, but it's good. Favorite Vinland Saga character? I really liked Askeladd. He was a great character. Once you learned what he was all about, you really kind of felt for him. He wasn't really the bad guy anymore. He was a really cool character. I like him a lot. Now we got Escoboom. His question is, how often do you get killed by Escoboom on Chivalry Medieval Warfare? Quite a bit, but not enough to make your kill to death ratio positive. Ooh, shots fired. Escoboom is one of my good friends. I play a lot of video games with him, especially Chivalry. We fight each other a lot in that game, and it's funny that he would ask this, because he does kill me a lot, but he always comes out negative in his kill to death ratio, and that makes me laugh. All right, Michael, weird name, by the way. What do you think of the series that have a lot of long hiatuses and seem like they'll never end, like Berserk, Vagabond, and Hunter x Hunter, for example? I like Berserk. Berserk is great. I haven't read Vagabond. I've read a little bit of Vagabond and none of Hunter x Hunter. I don't mind a long hiatus. A lot of these series that have these super long hiatuses have content that is worth it when it comes out. Eventually they will end, hopefully. But, you know, it's worth the wait. As long as it's worth the wait, I don't really care. Let's see. Who's next? We got the Epic Guys with a Z. Love it. My question would be, is what series will you never forget in your life? Or what is the most crazy, embarrassing, funniest moments that have happened to you? One of the 3. What manga series will definitely be Silent Voice. It is the only manga that is... I'm not gonna say it made me cry because it didn't, but it made my eyes water up a lot, and maybe one like singular, Cherokee Tribeman tear from that old commercial, really showing my age. But definitely a silent voice. If I just forgot about every manga I've ever read, I would probably really miss that thought the most, or that memory of that manga the most. Crazy, embarrassing, funniest moment that has ever happened to me. Blah, blah, blah. Embarrassing. Crazy. Well, crazy. I got into a super bad car wreck when I was in high school. I didn't get hurt, but my friend who was driving got obliterated. He survived, but we're stopped at a stoplight, and it turned green, and we started driving, and this guy driving an '88 Ford pickup truck, which is basically a freaking tank, T-bones us on the driver's side. I slam my head against the window and knock myself out. And when I wake up, my friend is laying in my lap. His head's all bloody, and I thought he was decapitated. That's terrifying. That's probably the craziest thing that's ever happened to me. Yeah, that's the one I'll go with because I can't remember anything that was ever super embarrassing or super funny. That anything that you guys would find funny, because most of the things that happen in my life that are funny are kind of inside joke type things. Lavix. Let's see here. Who inspired me to start YouTube? I don't know if I have anybody who inspired me to start YouTube. I just I've tried a lot of YouTube channels in my time. I have a lot of hobbies that are kind of fleeting that I tried making YouTube channels about, but they never lasted, or I never got anybody who watched them. And it's not about how many people watch you, but if you have no one watching your videos, that you don't feel the point of it. So that's definitely. I've been trying to do this whole YouTube thing for a long time, and this is the most success I've ever had. So yeah, I don't really have anybody inspired me, but definitely just the fact that I want to do this kind of stuff made me want to do YouTube. I like talking to a camera. It's strangely therapeutic for me. Let's see here. All right, let's see. Ulti Geek. Hey, you were one of my very, 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 very first subscribers. I appreciate that. Yeah, 2 questions for me. Do you remember the first manga you ever bought? And if you do, what was it? Samurai Deeper Kyo Volume 4 or something like that. It was terrible and I hated it. What's a manga series that you love having in your collection? Vinland Saga. I know I say Vinland Saga a lot, but it's my favorite. Vinland Saga, I love having in my collection. I love having Welcome to the NHK in my collection. That's probably the most rare series of volumes that I have. I love having everything in my collection. As much Berserk as I do, it's all good. Great stuff. Thanks for your questions. Gear Media. Thanks. You don't have a question, but you were just congratulating me. I appreciate that. Let's see. Who else? We got Theo Walcott. Cool name. My question is, what are your goals for 2017? Get the hell out of Arkansas, which I'm going to do. I'm moving to Oregon in April, very beginning of April. Don't got a lot set up there. I got a couple friends that live there, but I'm going up there pretty cold. I don't have a job set up. I don't have anything. I'm just having a lot of money saved. Yeah, that's my big goal for 2017. My other goals would definitely find a job that I enjoy. I don't have to make a lot of money, but I don't want to dread going into work every morning. I absolutely hate that. And grow my channel, meet more of you guys, make more content for you, read more manga. I got a pretty simple goals for this year. That was a very good question. I appreciate it. The so-called otaku has a couple questions for me. Number 1, what is your favorite manga right now? Vinland Saga. Number 2, what manga can you relate to the most? A Silent Voice, probably. Or Vinland Saga. I kind of look like a Viking, except for the whole raiding and pillaging thing. I don't swim very well, and I don't like boats. Lastly, 3, how long into the future do you see yourself consider yourself collecting Anime and manga. As long as there's manga to collect, I'll be collecting it, or did I run out of space? You know, I think once I get up to about 1,000 volumes, that's really what I'm gonna try to keep my collection at. 1,000. 1,000 seems to be a good number. Start selling some stuff off and getting new stuff. I don't want an entire apartment full of manga. That's a fire hazard. Uh, that's it. Wow, that was a lot of questions and really good ones. I really appreciate it. That was a lot of fun. I really, really, really enjoyed answering all these questions for you guys. It was an absolute pleasure. This is only almost a 30-minute long video. That's crazy. My videos are never this long. Sorry I had to drink so much water during it. Like that. I am not used to talking. When I'm not at work, I don't talk a lot, so talking for 30 minutes straight is killing me. But anyway, thank you so much, everyone, for helping me get to 100 subscribers, and thank you for your awesome questions. Those were so much fun to answer. I'm definitely going to do more of these in the future. That was a hell of a lot of fun. If you made it all the way through this video, I commend you. You're a brave soul. This was a long video indeed, but I appreciate you all for watching. And until next time, you guys take care.